Good morning and welcome to my channel. This is Anne from La Belladonna Vintage Creations, and I would like you to join me today and make something that I hadn't made before. And I had come down here to just kind of fix things a little bit and you know how we come down and just kind of take things off of our desk and move things around. Well, as I move things around, I found that I had a package of these large paper clips. And I had just last week been to a thrift store where there was a small package for 75 cents of this, and I'm going to show it to you. It's this really tight woven fabric in ivory. It frays beautifully. And it was like a couple of long pieces, but then there were some shorter pieces. And I thought, you know, the shorter pieces I can stamp different things on. I could stamp maybe Paris or, you know, something cute on there. I can do that because I love to use the fabric wording too. And so I thought, let me get 75 cents. I mean, I was just in glory. I was so happy. So when I came down here, kind of put two and two together and made one of these and saw that I really loved it. And the back is simple. You know, it's nothing in there. When I turned it over and hot glued it, I did put a little piece of trim on the back. Just kind of makes it look a lot neater, I think. So I had these beautiful pictures, and I do get a lot of digitals on Etsy because I really love to support those really talented ladies that make these digitals. And I also had printed up some digitals from Lorna Taylor. They were fairies, Christmas fairies, and I've got some here. I might use some of those if I can see how fast I can get these done today. Get a few of them for you anyway. I did some of the you know, the work. I did cut them in the right sizes and everything. So it's a matter of just putting the nice pictures on there and putting the embellishments to make them look lovely. But something like this I think is really very pretty, and it's out of my comfort zone because I've not done this before. I have a small piece here of, let me just put this out of the way here. I do have a small piece of paper here, and I thought, you know, I know it's small, but I thought, let me just see what it would look like if we were to just put that on a page. And I think it's so pretty. I really do. So it's something that I'm going to do today, and I hope you'll join me. And so I know it's been a while since I've been with you. I've had this, you know, the month of Christmas is always a really hectic time. It's always chaotic in the house, and I'm trying to decorate, I'm trying to bake, I'm trying to spend time with the grandchildren, and I know that they're doing a lot of, you know, a lot of concerts and dance recitals and all kinds of stuff, and I want to always be part of that. So, and I have also, my son has not been well, and he has been to a lot of doctors and had a lot of scans, a lot of tests. He had a surgery last week and is having another one on Thursday. So if you could just keep him in your thoughts, I would be so appreciative. Thank you. So to this I'm doing to keep my mind off of things. And so this is the first one. So I'm going to kind of set her on the side, and we're going to go for the next one. So let's do that. And let me just put this here. Okay. So now I have got, and I think that's the same size. I just want to be sure that I'm doing this. Yes, I am. Okay. Because I cut most of them the same size, but then I ran out of some of them of the sizes. So I'm going to trim this a little bit here, like so. And I'm going to pull it because it does shred nice and easy. It just frays nicely. So that'll be okay, and I'll just kind of bring down some of this fray so it's not so wild and woolly. So I have here the, and believe me, I'm going to have to go back to Hobby Lobby and get some more of these because I do like them. So what I did was I just kind of slipped on that long side because there's a short side here and then a long side. And you'll need that long side in order to to wrap this around. So let's put that in there. Okay, oops, lots of string everywhere. Okay, get rid of that. And I'm just going to put a small amount down, just a little bit there. That's all, just to hold it in place. There. Ooh, again I did it. I'm so sorry. Oh my goodness. We're here. We're still going. Okay. There. Good. Nice. And while I'm right here, I think I have some more of that. A lot of these are from Esme at Crafty Me Shop. I get a lot of gorgeous things. I know I've said it so many times, but you know, if I find something that works good, you know, I keep with it, because that makes, if you have some really pretty things to use, no matter what you do, it always looks beautiful, is what I feel. And I know you can make something out of nothing, as we're doing. We're taking a piece of scrap paper, a scrap fabric, and a bookend, or paper clip, and we're going to make something cute out of it. So, but anyway, let me do this. I'm going to use a little bit of glue here, because it is faster and easier, like so. And this way, I'm pretty much done with the back. I don't have to do anything with that anymore. So now we need a nice picture. And I saw this one. It was on one of the, believe it or not, it was on some stuff that I had gotten, some papers that I had gotten, and it probably was from Temu. I don't know, one of those. And so I thought it would be kind of pretty to put there. That would be a beginning to this. And there's also this really, this fine looking, and it's such a beautiful weave on this. Oh my gosh, it's gorgeous. And I thought that would look so pretty on the bottom. But I need to kind of, I do need to just kind of clean it up a little bit. So let me do that. And I think this came either from a doily or a table piece. I don't know. I get so many of these things. Once you start cutting into them, you forget what they came from, you know. So, but it's beautiful. I love it. So let's kind of put that there to see where that would go, how that would lead us. And let me see next what we would do. I've got this pretty thing that says vintage. That's fabric. That's a thought. Let's see what else we have. I've got a pretty button. That would be pretty under something. That's kind of nice too, a thought. Just a thought. Put that there. I've got this pretty rhinestone. I love it. That goes there. Like so. And we need something in here, so I don't know if that would be the thing to put there or not. I think that would work. I like it. So now what we need is something behind her, you know. There's vintage. I've got vintage, and then I have something here that says beautiful. That would be pretty too, right? Let's see. I like vintage. I like it better. So now that we've kind of made up some stuff, let's put this on the side here. And I'm going to put something nice behind her. Haven't figured out yet what, but let's see what I have. I have some nice pieces of soft lace that I tea-dyed. Let me see if I got the right direction. Sometimes they're kind of hard to tell. Oh, wow, that kind of fits, doesn't it? Look at you. And put that there. And then this can go beneath it. And then this can go above it. Wow, I think that kind of sets it off, yeah. So we can do that. Okay. Let me put the picture down since this fits like a glove. I mean, I didn't cut it that way. I just took it out of a box. So I think that's pretty okay. So let me do this. Put that down that way. Turn this around. Put that there. Okay. Good. She's such a pretty picture. I love this picture. Pretty colors. Okay. There. Pretty, pretty. All right. So, lots of strings though on this fabric. It's very tight weave. It's really nice, I have to say. You know, do I want that over it or let me look. That's that way. Do we need both? Well, my next thing, I think, would be to put down the glitz. I do think so. Right about there, we're going to cut it. And we're going to take that and put that down. See if I did that right or if I messed it up. No, I think that could work. I do. All right. Let me get that on there. So how is everybody's weather? Are you having, I know everybody's comes from different parts of our world, and we've been in a little bit of a deep freeze. We've had crazy weather. I mean, we've had cold weather considering it's not even winter considerably yet, the 21st soon. But you know, it's been significantly cold, and on top of that, now this week it's in the upper 30s and middle 40s, and so wow, I mean, how great is that? You know, can't Mother Nature? She is a character. That one is. So I like that. So let's put this on first. Get this kind of stamped on there. Ooh, got lots of strings. All right, let's see if we can just get that in there. There. And now the other side. Okay. There. Good. I like it. And then we were going to put this right about there. But I want to put a little bit of something behind it. Just, you know, I like to back things a little bit. So I got this, and I really like it. This is just netting from Hobby Lobby. I think this more has a little bit of sparkle than the ones I usually buy. I don't know. When I see them on sale, I buy them because, you know, you can't have enough of them. And I have them in all the colors because I did a lot of bridal before I got into journaling here. So I had a lot of that going on. So let's take a piece. Let's cut. I don't know. Let's cut it like so for now. There. And we need to cut a little bit of this off. And then I think I will scrunch my little way in here to give it some interest. Like so. Maybe like this. Okay. Oh, everything's coming with me now here. Goodness. There we go. There we go. Yeah. Now we can put this guy in here. Now I had been doing some baking. I love to bake for the holidays. I really do. Um, I know a lot of people don't like to bake anymore. It's not, people don't have the time. And the stuff to make, the baking ingredients are they're expensive now. I mean, they always have been a little bit, but butter and eggs has been crazy, and that's pretty sad, I'm telling you. But anyway, so I did make some nice things this year. I did, because I do love to bake. And I give them as gifts. I do, that for family and friends, and it makes me feel better. I like to give a little bit of something like that. So let's see what else we've got to work with here that's pretty. I don't want to cover up that vintage there, and this is so pretty. I wonder if I could just use a piece of it. I wonder. Let me do that. Let me use a piece of it. I love it. But I just want to add a little something, but I don't want to use the whole thing. So let's see if that'll work. If I made it a little smaller, let's see if that'll work. Like putting that there and putting this here. I think that might work. I do. Let's try that. Because it was a large flower. So let's just bring that down so we could still see our little vintage sign. Yeah. Okay. And let me see if I've got you all tied down there. Looks like just a little bit maybe over here needs to be down. Okay. There. And it's got a little glitz on there too, which is kind of nice. Okay. What do you think? Does she look pretty? Do we need something on the top? Let's see what it would look like on a piece of paper. If that misses something. Oh, look at that. She's gorgeous. I like it. So nice. I don't know that we need anything up there. I don't think so. Because if we put anything up, it's just going to take away all the pretty. No, let's leave that alone. Let's do that. Let's leave that alone. Now we're going to go to the next one. I cut a lot of these because I figured I was upstairs watching television last night, and I thought, let me just do this. And I love to tear fabric. I tell you, it gives you some peace. I know that sounds weird, but it does give you that little bit of, I don't know. It's comforting, like a bowl of chili, I guess. I don't know. It goes in this way. Okay. That way. And so around this way, we'll now be able to glue that down like so. Let's see there. Let's do this. Down you go. Very nice. I feel so happy I have some leftover chicken breast to have tonight. Boy, I am so happy that I don't have to cook. I am feeling so good about that. I try to cook things ahead, and then by cooking things ahead, it's so nice to know that, there's a day I can come down here and I do not have to worry about cooking. So now I have, these are they're breathtaking. And I cut a bunch of them out, and they are so beautiful. Oh, Lorna, you are just amazing. So, got those. They are so pretty. So many different gorgeous designs. These fairies are stunning. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, what to use first? Let's see. I've got some. I like the black one there. I have other colors too. I mean, I have some that are, the lighter, but we haven't used a black one yet. We haven't used this. Oh, look at her. She's got that mauve kind of color on her. Oh, I think I've got something that'll go with that pretty. Let's do that one. And I thought this would be kind of fun on the side. So let me I took it out and I thought, yes, look at that. All right. So what we're going to do is let me cut this down. And I love to tear everything down. I really love to do that. But in these particular things, I wanted to keep them straight. This is another thing out of my comfort zone. So, and you have to do that. I'm loving that. I'm loving to take that step forward and do things that I don't usually do. So, yeah, that's what I'm doing today. There. So that's that one done. And this, we're going to go down kind of close. And this one, be kind of like a postcardish thing on the side. And we'll see if it works. If it works, that'll be great. And if it doesn't work, no loss. I'll do something else, So, yeah, so that's that. Now, I have the vintage photo, which I like to use. And I do have a lot of other different colors. Trust me when I say that. I have 2 big bins full. I just, for some reason, the thought of going in there and trying to figure something else out, I just don't right now. I got too much on my mind. So, anyway, we will just go for what we have. And it still looks gorgeous, doesn't it? So we'll do that. She's so pretty. Oh, yeah. And then we'll do this. I love to stamp paper and use different colors of the dye, and I love to do that. I do. So that's what I have here. So that is a thought there. And she, of course, is going to definitely need something pretty behind her. So we will look at what I've got and what I'd want it underneath her or what I want it to the side of her. I have some various things here that might be interesting. Let me take a look. This is a doily that has a little bit more of a pinkish look to it. I don't know. Let me see if we can. Let's see here. Let's do a little trial and error. Take a little bit of this off. And see what we've got here. Make it a little more manageable. I think that color is more complementary. We also have this pretty netting that can go behind her. That's a thought. Let's see, we have a little bit of, that's pink is too pink for right now. I have something else that might work with that a little better. I've got some sari silk. That's a nice color with it. I have a nice little bow, little ribbon. This might be something to go on the side here. Just to kind of Yeah, really. Sari silk just really, really shreds, doesn't it? My. So let me see what I like that. Because, you know, this 'tis the season to be glitzy. Or I've got this, which I think is more subtle. I do like that, I think. And it would go really nice with this coloring. And I think this coloring goes really good with her. So I will see here if I have anything else. Let me see here. No, I don't see any other color that's going to be. Let's use that. Since it's been good to us today, and it hasn't, the nice part of this is that it doesn't add too much color. It's just a very good layering. So we're going to keep that around. I think that would be a good thing. So I think we've got some stuff to begin here. I think what I'd like to do is take my corner punch and kind of give those ends a little bit of a pretty end. Yeah, just kind of round those corners a little bit here. I think so. Yeah. There's always one. Okay, let's see if I could just round that out a little bit better. Here, there's always that one, you know? It's fine. So there, I got that. And underneath her is what we would like to maybe make a nice squunch and swirl to put her into place. Okay. Like so. Okay. There. And we'll just kind of squish that into place. There we go. And we can always trim, you know, so that's not a problem. So we can always trim there. Now, let's get, the glue and the strings from the Sari silk. All right, let's put her in here. She's so pretty. Oh my gosh. Okay, and if we did that there, I think she would be adorable. Okay, let's do that. Nice. Yeah. So now on the bottom here is what I'd like to, I'm going to keep this up a little bit for now. Let's take a little bit of this off so it doesn't look so odd. You know, just kind of any which way. So get rid of that. That looks better. Now we have this, and it's really pretty. So I'm trying to see the front and the back here. I think this would be the front. I'm wondering if we took some of this middle off, we might be able to use it around it, which would be kind of pretty, I think. So let's take some of that off. Save that for something else. As you know, we use everything. So there's that. And then I could always bring that up a little bit to the side. And maybe this down here would go in. That could be. And then this great sari silk can come up the side, and over here could be that pretty rose. Ah, I like it. And of course, we must add some bling right about there. So I think we're doing good on that. So let's get it down. Let's do it. Okay. Here. It feels good to be down here in my studio. It really does. You know, I have that comfort. You know, where you're just thinking about creative things, and it's good for the soul. Okay. There. I thought I lost that corner there. And now we want to put this across there. Okay. Sorry, I hope I'm keeping everything in the frame. I was scolded and told to stay in the frame, and I apologize. Okay, let's see if we can put that there. Would be nice. I think I want something here. So I'm wondering if I want that sari silk, because this is kind of rough looking. Let's see if that would work. Let's get some of these strings off of it and see what we got to work with here. I put that all the way up. And this down here. Or just put a little bit on the bottom. Maybe just a little bit on the bottom would be pretty. Let me get this guy in here first. Put that right beneath those blings here. Good. I think it's coming out pretty. I'm liking this. I'm thinking that this would probably go pretty right about there. I think that kind of closes off that area. And I love these. I love these when they're, oh gosh, I love these little roses. Used to be able to get them more often, and now I don't get them too often. Gotta be the right place at the right time sometimes, I think. So now, let me look here. Let's see if we can, this one's got a knot in it. Let's get rid of that. And let's see if we can just do this little bit. Let's try it. We can always add to it if it needs it. There. Let's try there. So far, so good. Now, let's see what else have we got here. Do we need something on the top? She's so pretty. Oh, she's so pretty. Let me get my piece of paper again. Let's see what she looks like. Come here, come here. Oh, she's stunning. Oh my gosh. Are you loving her? Oh my. She's gorgeous. She's gorgeous. Oh, I'm loving this. Now, let's see. Does she need anything else? Because I'm one of those people that just can't get enough of everything else. So when I overdo it, let me see if this should go on the top. Let me just for the, let's see. We add that there. Or should we just let it go? Wonder if I could just bring it just to the top of her picture. Let me just see what that would look like. This was a piece of a piece. I've been looking for some estate sales, and there's really not a lot going on that really look good. I don't know. There was it just seemed like for a good year, it just seemed like there were the most amazing estate sales in the area, and now they're just not there. Just not there. Okay, so that's there. I think that's okay. I can live with this. Of course, anytime you put a lot more on, I could live with it. So yeah, let's do this. I think it's very pretty. It's just a very pretty, like a vine, and it'll just kind of take over the side a little bit. That's all, like that. Oh, she's just so pretty. She's just so pretty. And I don't think I have any other little fun stuff to put in there. I don't think I do. I have little thingy-dings of, let's see. Let's just look, because you never know. Just never know. Oh, gosh, that's big. I have to make some of those. See, they're so big, the ones I have, and I want to make small ones. That's what I need to do. Let's see. Would a key look cute? Well, a key always looks cute. And I think here we go. Let's do that, right? Girls, stay back. Girls, just stay where I put you till I'm ready. So I have a bulb pin here. Get some of this off of my nails. I have a bulb pin, and we can put that there as a little something, right? Like this. And we can put it like right there, right there. Let's try there. Let's see if we can get through it. That fabric is so tight. Hold on. Let me look. Yeah. There we go. See? She stays just that way. And if I decide later that that might be too much or it doesn't go with what I'm working on, then I can always change it. But in the meantime, she's just kind of pretty, I tell ya. All right, let's try another one. Let's see what we got here. Let me get another piece of my fabric. And let me see here. That's the long one, so we don't want that one. That would be really good for if I made it short or less wide. It would be really good for a snippet roll. But that's not what we're doing today. So let's get us another one of these. Okay, that's the right size. All right, let's just do us another one. Get rid of some of this glue. I get those spider webs. So let me just take some of this and kind of rough it up a little bit on the sides here and see if we can make it just a little more scruffy. I kind of like that look. I know. Let's do that. I guess it's not cooperating. It's getting some, not a lot. And let's see what we could do on the bottom a little bit, maybe. Let's get a little bit more scruffiness. Yeah, good. A little bit on the top. Yeah, there we go. So, let us grab another one of these. All right, let's do this. Okay, just make sure I can be seen. Oh, ladies, I hope I'm always in the... I worry now. Now I'm self-conscious about getting things out of the screen. Okay. I'll do that like so. Pretty. Now while we're there, let's see if we can find another piece of that nice, I bet you I don't have any. I think I used it all. Let me look. Oh my goodness. Okay, let's see what we've got back here. Hold on. I think that's just way too heavy. I love this. I have plans for this. This is just, again, this has came in the last shipment I had from Esme. It's just so stunning. I have things I want to do with it, so I don't want to just use it on the back here. Let's see if I can just... Oh, no, that's going to be too... Okay. Let's see here. I do have this, which is very pretty. And that would probably look gorgeous there, wouldn't it? So let's do that. Yeah. Okay. So, get that in there. Let's see what side this is the right way. This is a very pretty weave on this trim. So pretty. So much to it, you know. There. Yeah, that's nice. Looks like I'm kind of stuck on there. Okay, let me just trim. Nice. Now, let's get to the front. Now, we have other pictures. So let us check out. Last one we had a little bit of that kind of a burgundy or rusty look. Let's see what we've got with this, because these are just so pretty. She's so pretty. And then I have got the little girls with the pretty little tree. Oh gosh, isn't she gorgeous? You know, I don't know which to use first. Looky her. Look at this little darling. Oh, I'm in love. Okay. Oh my gosh, there's so many gorgeous ones. You know what I'm telling you? And there was so many in her kit. I mean, God bless her. I mean, she does the most beautiful work. So gorgeous, 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 I tell you. So let's get this, let me cut this down a little bit here. And get some of that white. And then I'll use a little bit, like I said, a little vintage photo on there, distress it a little bit. Look there. Okay. Now, before I do that, I want to round my edges a bit. You know, I can't even. Some days go easy, some days don't. I guess this is one of the days that I can't round things well. But I find that if I cut crooked, I can't get a really nice rounded edge. But since they look bad on both sides, I think they look alike. I can go with that. I can live with this. All right. So we got that. Right. Now we have got, I do have some of this CMS lace that is really beautiful. Kind of maybe in that capacity. Cut this down the middle. We're going to layer some stuff, I believe. I think that is probably my only, I need that. I do need that because I think that would be so pretty to layer. This is a really beautiful, maybe not. Then there's this really very pretty, oh, I like that. I got it, found it, I found it. All right. It's a pretty little doily that really looks happy there. You gotta love it. Now, let's see what we need to, I don't want to use it all. I'm gonna take this. So I'm gonna take those two pieces, I think, out of the middle here. We can always use that on something else, Okay. There. And we'll set this in here. Okay. Like so. And then this can go on top or on the bottom. Either way, because they're both beautiful. And then, what do we have? That would be gorgeous. She's so pretty. Oh my goodness. Let me look here. No. Let's see. We're digging. That's pretty. That's prettier. Let's look here. Adore. I think so. I think we found it. So I'm going to this I'm going to cut. And I will use a little bit of distress ink. I'm going to use it on both. I think we found some pretty things that'll go nice together. I do. There we go. And let's do this. Oh, she's so pretty. Oh, Lorna, you do such gorgeous work. Alrighty, there we go. There's that. And this is dark, so it's not going to make a big difference, but it will just do that little bit. And you know, it's got that little something that makes it a little special. I think so. Wonderful. And then behind it, of course, we should again maybe use this. So do we want it in front of it or behind it? And I'm thinking for this one, I might cut one to just go in front of it. How pretty that would look. So you can lift it up, and she's there, and she's gorgeous. Let's do that. Okay, let's do that. First of all, one thing at a time. Let's get this down. You see I cut it super crooked. I just always do. It's me. Okay, so we're going to put this down first. The beautiful part of this doily, I mean, these are old, and this has a beautiful flower sewn in each of these. I mean, they are crocheted, or they're just beautiful. I look for these at estate sales, and to me, they're so precious. They're so, you know, we're lucky in our community that we respect and appreciate these type of things, you know, so. And for what we use them for, I mean, they make a gorgeous, outstanding entry to a journal, or to, you know, whatever we want to do, make a tag, or whatever we're doing, as we're doing now, making a tag. But it just adds so much beauty to it. And we like that kind of beauty, don't we? We do. So next, we're going to put this guy in here. So we'll let me make sure I'm the right way here. Sometimes it's so hard to tell. Okay, here we go. That. Lovely. Lovely. Okay. Now, we're going to put her down. Like that. And then we'll put that one right over her. I think that's going to be very pretty. Very nice. So we're layering it just a little bit different today. Just a little bit different. Okay. There. Oh, so pretty. Let's see what we got. We have our adore right about there. We have our pretty pearl right about there. Let's do this. That was just a button. And we got that there. Now, let me just be sure that I cut a pretty piece of this. Let me see. Let's see here. Because this one's kind of wonky. Very, very wonky. So if I put this here and bring it through, I think, if I did that, so that we wouldn't see that glue. Let's see if we can sneak it through. Okay, there. Like so. Put this out here for a minute. Mm-hmm. Okay. all right, I just put a little bit of glue right there on the top just to hold this down. Just like that. Okay, that'll hold that down. Now I just want to even up some of this. I have to use my little scissors because that big one isn't going to be too good. Let's do that. Okay. There. I know this doesn't have to be perfect, but it was just a little bit much. And let me go down. I can use probably a bigger scissor for this now to go down a little bit more here. Yeah. Yeah. Perfect. She almost looks like she's got snow or frost over her. That's a nice look. So now I would like to put that there because I don't think I want to put it. I want to put it right down on the bottom. As you know, as you're seeing today, it seems like everything I'm doing is very bottom heavy. Oh well. Such is life. I like it. I don't find a fault in it, so I'm okay with it. So let's put her here. This here. Beautiful. And there you got it. Isn't she pretty? And again, let's take out our pretty paper and see what that might look like on there. Now I took the smallest piece of paper, but oh gosh, isn't that so pretty? I love it. I love it. And if I were to want to get a little fancier later, I can always put in those little flowers. I could put another little pearl or something. But I'm going to leave her the way she is. And I think we're just going to do one more because I have got some green here that I just wanted to use. So I think I would like to do that. Let's try one more. Here we go. And then tomorrow, I think I might go off to Hobby Lobby and grab some more of those because I'm like having too much fun with this. You know, this is just way too much fun. So let's see, I have to clean my workspace a little bit here. My hot glue is sticking and making not too many bumps. Okay. All right. Are you all still with me? Okay. So one more, and then I know this is a long video. I apologize, but I really needed it today. I really needed it today. I needed to be with you guys. I needed to be talking to somebody, and that's what I needed. So here we go. Let's start by doing this. Perfect. Great. And I bet I don't have anything to put back there right now, I don't think. I will look later. But right now, let's dig into the good stuff. All right. So now, let me look. There were some here that had a little green. So let me look at that. I thought there was anyway. Oh, she has the green tree. See, and I have some of this really pretty. Oh, be still my heart. Okay. So anyway, I've got to use that because I just think it's gorgeous. So there's that more green than this. She's got a lot of pretty green on her. She's got a lot of pretty green on her. Oh goodness. I'm telling you, each one is more stunning than the other. I'm I'm just blown away. Oh gosh, look at her. Oh my lady. You are so pretty. It's got a lot of green. So I'm wondering, let me move some of these out of the way so I don't have to, I won't look at those. I've got a couple out here, and I think that I'm going to pick. We're going to kind of audition which one might be the best. Now, she is looking out a window, and that is beautiful. She's got a little bit more of that neutral color in her than the green. But I think we're going to go with this one because it's got more green. I think we'll do that. I just love this. So anyway, let's do this as we did the others. And then this way we'll have these done, and they're so pretty. Oh, I'm just loving them. I'm just loving them. So, there we go. There. I think I might like to, oh, she's so pretty on that green. Oh my goodness, look at this. She's stunning. Ay. But I can't, I don't want to use that whole, so we'll go back to this. Let me just do that, and we'll check this. Because again, it gives me that feeling of winter and frost and so on. So let's see if we can't, kind of scrunch a little bit in here. And put her in there like so. And then we can use some of this prettiness on the bottom there. Let's see. I think that would be beautiful. Yes, I agree. And I agree with everything you say. So let's do this. Let me get this all nice and scrunched in my scrunch and swirl. Let's do that. Hold this down a little bit. Of course, I would use the wrong side. My. It will be covered. And we do stupid things a lot, so this is one of them. This would be one of them. Okay. So, she will go in here, as lovely as she is. I want to, let me do her edges. Let's do that. I seem to think that I like square things, things that are square too, but I just love that softness of the soft edges, when they're rounded a little bit. Okay. That one's giving me such a time, isn't it? My goodness. Okay, so we got that. I'm going to set her here a moment. Now on this one, I want to take the bottom off. So I will do that. It's a very beautiful trim from Crafty Me. Very beautiful. It's gorgeous. And I have also some really pretty, okay. That's what we're going to do. We're going to get her down. Let's get her down. Okay. Oops. Now we got enough on there. A little bit extra here. I'm starting to get hungry. I'm so glad I got that extra piece of chicken. I'll make that and a half a sweet potato. I'm going to love it. All right, that's good. Just going to do it a little bit more jagged looking because I don't like it to look so perfect. Now, I do have some of this because I want to layer a little bit. So let's take this off in case we should decide to. And I have this. Hold on. Are you still with me? Okay. I have this. But I think that I don't like mixing the two colors. Although they're beautiful on her, aren't they? Okay, start with this. I've also got some bridal gorgeousness. Let's see if we can take some of that off. Let's regroup a minute. I'm just looking at a few different options here. You know, see if we can find something really, and just do it in an ivory maybe. Maybe I won't even use that green. Maybe I'll just use the ivory and the pink since she does have some pink with her. You know? Let me take some of this off. Unless I want to do that again. Let me try it. We can do this. Okay. Let's just clean this up a little bit. Okay. Do this. Let me do this. I'm just dawdling right now. Just bear with me. I'm trying to find something that just piques my interest here. Okay. There would be there. Would I want to cut this in half? I don't know, but I'll try it. Which is very pretty. And then oh my. Okay, I have another piece that looks interesting. Let's try it. Okay, let's got another piece here that just might be. Like this. Using that. And then, where's that green? Or do I want to use the pink? They all look pretty. I have to say, that's the problem here, is they all look really pretty. And it's just a matter of what do I want to do? You know, how do I want to approach it? Do I want to do it like that and maybe put that green up here? Here's that other green, which really is pretty, isn't it? I mean, that is really pretty. I like that. That was my first idea, my first thought, and I kind of like it. So let me take this, because I want maybe something under it, like that. And I'm going to go with my original thought, and I think I'm going to love it. So let's do that. I think so. You know, sometimes when your first ideas are the best. So let's do that. Like so. Okay. And then these, I'm going to go from the top here, I think. Whoops. Wrong side. Oh my goodness. Okay. To there. Good. And then this can go up here like that. Okay. I get this. Okay. Now I just need to kind of trim things a little bit on the sides here. Like so. And a little bit off of this one too. See what that looks like. There. And now what do we want to do? Now do we want to put some of this sari silk? We could do that up on this. I think that would be pretty. We can put a ribbon up there. That would even be prettier. So let's try these things. I've got a really pretty piece of fabric that says beautiful. And I think we want to use that, but it's a little too big. So I'm going to try to tear that. Oh yeah, I'm going to try to tear that. On second thought, let's just cut that and we'll pull it because this is a pretty good fabric. So let's just do that so that not a lot of it'll come off. I think we can do that. Yeah, there we go. There we go. All right. Some fabrics are just so difficult for little old hands to try to tear, especially when they're little old tired hands. Right there. She looks good. That's what we wanted. Okay. All right. So she's got that. That takes care of a lot of those little nubby ends on the top. And now we want to deal with maybe, now this is really very thick, isn't it? Yow. This is, some sari silk is nice and thin, but this one is not. Let me get to the bottom of it. Now I want to just kind of rip it down a little bit because it's way. Okay. All right, let's do that. Okay. So I'm wondering if we couldn't just make a pretty bow and let that, look, let me get some of this glue off of me. It looks so silly. let's do that. Let's make a pretty bow off to the side here. And I think I'm going to like that, actually. So let's do that. Here. Okay. Bought some really pretty ribbon also. We had gone to, I used to do a lot of bridals, so I'm able to go to a floral supply. And I was able to get some really pretty satin ribbon. And they're colors that you normally wouldn't see, so I got some of those. And otherwise, I didn't really buy too much in there. But I wasn't too impressed. So let's see what we got here now. If we did this. Do we like that? I kind of almost like it off to the side, maybe. Or to this side. Maybe to this side would look nice. Let's try that. Yeah, let's do that. Let's put it there. Put it up in the corner. Out of the way. Bring this down. Cut this off a little bit. Because it's not proportioned nicely. There we go. And we have that. Go a little bit further down here. Let's just take a little bit more of this off. There we go. Okay. Well, I'm loving this. I'm going to show you what we've done already because I'm pretty impressed with what we did. I think we have some interesting things. Let me get some of this on the back here so we can see. So we have this pretty one that says beautiful. We have this one that says adore, and it comes over her face, which is so pretty. We have one that's kind of like a postal thing. It's got a little, for a post office thing. But I thought it was pretty letters and such. And she's very pretty. And then we've got this. It's a kind of a cardboard one. And she's pretty. And then we have this lovely little girl that started it all. This was what I first decided to come down and see what I could come up with. And she's so pretty, isn't she? So I think we did a lot of really nice, feminine, gorgeous things. And I thank you for staying. I hope you did stay with me. And if you did, I hope to see you in the next video. Please like and subscribe. It does help me. And I thank you, and do something very nice for yourself today. I'm going to go have that ready-made meal. I don't have to cook today, so that's something nice for myself. And I'm going to make a nice cup of tea. I have a taste for that. And please hold your family close. Very, very close. Especially at the holidays. Okay. I love you all. Have a wonderful, wonderful time. I'm hoping that I can make another video before Christmas. So let's hope we can do that. That everything is clear enough around here that I can squeeze a nice video in. So let's try that. In the meantime, like I said, come back and see me. I would be great. That would be great. Bye now.